Okay, so as you know, the 2015 Dodge Charger started arriving at dealerships. This right here is a white one. Right now it's dusk, so the sun is coming up right about now. So this is a 2015 Dodge Charger. Wraparound taillights. This is not the Hellcat model. That right here is the 2015 Dodge Challenger. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of these cars because they're finally starting to hit dealers. I'll take a look at a sticker. Really? Okay, this one has manual seats and everything. So that's not too much fun. Let me see if I can get light on this. Okay, so what does a sticker look like for a 2015 Charger? Base price on all these cars is $27,995. Then, this one really doesn't have much added in. But when you add in the power sunroof, which you can see right here, Dodge Chargers don't come with an Ultra View roof. Add in the sunroof, that's $12.95. The equipment group for the basic radio, there's a basic touchscreen radio in there, $5.95 and whatnot, and that comes with Sirius Satellite XM. And then they charge you $1,000 to ship it wherever, and what you end up with is $30,880. So for that price, what you're getting is electronic stability control, anti-lock brakes. That's the typical standard features. Traction control for the 300 horsepower V6 Pentastar. They have a basic theft deterrent system that rings if somebody breaks the alarms. They have keyless entry. This one does not have the keyless start, unfortunately. This one does, however, have the rear park assist sensors, which beep and tell you how close you're getting to something. This one also has Uconnect 5-inch, which is smaller than the 8-inch in the newer cars, my Jeep, my 300 and whatnot. So that's what you're looking at. But really, this is not an all-new car. What this is called is a refresh. And when they refresh it, all they really do is they change the front, they change the back. So basically, the door panels, all that stuff's the same. But the steering wheels are new. Now this one has a powered seat, which is nice. And then it has the new 8-speed shifter, which is also nice. Okay, get it there nice and carefully. Unfortunately, I really don't like the new front grille. I'm not crazy about it. The new front grille, in my opinion, it doesn't look as, it doesn't look as aggressive as the old ones. Let me turn some light on it here. Okay, oh, there's no battery power, so that could be a problem. Okay, it says, yeah, there's not, okay, it says key fob not detected, but there's also not enough battery power. Otherwise the lights would turn on, which they would not. So this is the new shifter. So the new shifter is basically to replace that horrible 8-speed unit that they had. And it's sad because Audi had that same 8-speed. Nobody talked shit about it, but it was the exact same 8-speed, and it was really terrible. It didn't allow you to actually know easily whether you were in park or reverse. In fact, it was almost difficult to tell if you were in drive unless the car was actually moving at the time. But that's what the basic radio looks like. So really, if you already have a Dodge Charger, then you already know what to expect out of this. It's the exact same car. The only difference is the face of the car. And the face allows it to be slightly more aerodynamic. That's why the Hellcat Charger can go up to 205 miles per hour, but the stock Dodge Challenger Hellcat is about capped at 200 because it's aerodynamic drag that they're trying to eliminate by making all the fronts of these cars pointy. They're trying to increase or decrease the drag coefficient, and they're trying to get more wind or less wind resistance out of them. A lot of people don't like the looks of these faces, and I can't say that I don't blame them. They just don't look aggressive anymore. America is known for making big, blocky cars, and they're getting away from that, and everything's becoming more and more European. Steering wheel is nice though. It's the same exact steering wheel that you have if you have a new Jeep, a 2013, 2014. You already seen the steering wheel, so it's Dodge emblem. If you have a Dodge Magnum, you probably have the same thing too. But other than that, no changes. Cloth seats, nothing special. Other than, just the steering wheel, the front face, the back face. The trim is roughly the same. No changes. This feels like one of those anodized metals that they put on those shitty Galaxy phones. You know, the Android phones that nobody wants. You know, it feels roughly the same. Nothing special. But, you know, I just wanted to see the new face in person. But, you know, it looks okay. Could be better. But, that's that. And then over here, well, I got a Chrysler 200 right next to me, so I'll be real careful. It's a 200. Oh, I hit it. Oh. We got the Dodge Challenger. Me personally, if I was gonna get a Hellcat, I don't want the Challenger because I don't like this retro look. Me personally, I would prefer a Charger Hellcat because I like the aerodynamic looks. This looks good too. I mean, this is what America's supposed to be. America's supposed to be a car like this with a big ass V8 that does whatever miles per hour, definitely over 200. This is what America right here is supposed to be. Not those. We see Lincoln could save itself if they were willing to put a nice, powerful EcoBoost V6 in the MKZ, not an EcoBoost little bullshit 4-cylinder. I mean, the one that you get out the MKS. If they put 360 horsepower into the MKZ, they could really do something. But they're just not willing to do that. And it's a shame. So it looks like this Challenger has a manual tilt back, but it has a power butt rest in the seat. And okay, so this V6s go up to 160 miles an hour. So you see that on the speedometer. But naturally, you're probably never going to be able to get that high unless you live like in the desert or something, or in Texas where you have very, very, very good straights. And as you can see, same steering wheel pretty much. And Uconnect Touch 8.4-inch display. And once again, the new 8-speed. Thank God. I don't understand how that old silly shifting 8-speed, I don't know how the hell that ever made it past beta. It should have never made it past beta. But I guess they tried to make the cars look more German, so they was like, okay, let's take the one that Audi has and put their shifter style in our cars. That was a stupid fucking move. But fortunately, they learned their lesson and they learned it fast. This feels a lot better. And that grip button right there allows you to traditionally just to take this car in and out of park. And that's exactly what I like. I love that. That's exactly how this car should have always been. You know? Now, oh, by the way, the Hellcat manual Challenger is slower than the Hellcat automatic. So if you buy the manual, it only comes with a 6-speed manual instead of the 8-speed if you get the manual option, which means that you're gonna lose performance if you get the manual. Now, some people will say, oh yeah, well, real men drive manuals. Real men drive manuals and you can control the car instead of the car controlling you. I mean, who wants to drive a Nissan GTR? It's like driving a computer. In fact, the Nissan GTR is like flying a plane that only has 2 buttons, stop and fly. Yeah, I've read comments like that, and guess what? You might be right in some people's eyes, but the simple fact is, when I want to blow past you, all I got to do is put the car in drive and put my foot on the accelerator. So anyway, Challengers start slightly cheaper than Chargers. This one's $26,995 as a base price, so all Challenger SXTs start at $26,995. And this one has, of course, the 8-inch radio. And because it has the 8-inch radio, you get a better sound equipment. So you get $495, 6 premium speakers. And the speakers, even in the base models, actually sound pretty good. Power sunroof, $1,200, Uconnect Touch 8-inch radio. When you buy that with the car, it's about $1,000. If you try to buy these things on eBay, the radio system, it's actually over $2,000. So you pretty much have to get that brand new with your car. Please, people, if you can't afford the 8-inch, please don't buy this car until you can afford the 8-inch. Stop. Don't get a shitty car with not enough stuff in it. I don't even know why they make any of these cars without the 8-inch radio. They really should just build it in. I mean, come on, really? You mean to tell me you can't swing an extra $1,000? You can't? Come on, if you listen, if you can't handle it, go get a Honda, a Toyota, or some shit. But when somebody gets in your car, they want to see that this is a new car and it's got all this technology. We don't want to see the cheap ass 5-inch radios. Come on, man. Come on. All of these cars should have an 8. Period. You know, unless it's like police equipment, you know, because then they have those big computers and whatnot. So you end up $30,675. So basically, give or take $1,000, it's about $31,000. So that's what you're looking at for Challenger SXT. And this Challenger, though it's, you know, they only added about $5,000 worth of equipment, but well, the destination charge for $1,000, that's pretty goddamn steep. But the thing about it is, when you have the navigation radio and all that, and you have your access to Sirius and everything, it makes this, no matter what engine you have, it makes this feel like a better car. You know, you get heated seats. That feels good. And this is a nice, this is a very nice, what's it called, armrest. You don't want to cheap out. Make sure you buy everything you can possibly afford. I'm not telling you to buy, you know, something you can't afford. I'm just saying, make sure that you get the best equipment you can get. The back seat of the Challenger has always been my favorite, because the back seat of the Challenger, unlike the Mustang, can actually fit 4 adults comfortably. But the Mustang has a very cramped roof line. So you get USB, auxiliary port. I don't think many people use the auxiliary anymore, but the best way to keep your music is on an SD card. Get yourself a 16 gigabyte SD card. It costs you about $8. You could store thousands upon thousands upon thousands of songs, and you have instant access to them without having to fumble for your phone to change the songs. Right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Other than that, there's no real there's really no changes. This too is a refresh. You know, the Challenger, the Charger right now, with the exception of the Hellcats, they're basically refreshes. Now, the Hellcat has a very similar body to the old second generation. The difference is the underpinnings are entirely different. You get a whole nother shock system, a whole nother fuel delivery system. You get a whole nother this, that, and the other. You get stronger suspension components. You get stronger, what are they called? You get stronger, the chassis has actually been reworked in order to accommodate that supercharger, in order to accommodate that, what's it called? The supercharger and that new 6.2 liter engine, which they've reworked considerably. So basically the Hellcat is, you know, everybody's going to want the Hellcat, but very few people are going to be able to get the Hellcat, because you got to remember, it's a limited edition car. These are the door pulls. Yes. So, you know, you've probably already seen the Challenger. But, once again, looks good, right? Wheels look retro. Nice retro wheels. Nice and retro, right? I don't give a frick. I don't give a frick. Okay, that's the 200. 200's a really nice car. I just wish it was as spacious inside the 200 as it was inside the Hyundai Sonata. The Hyundai Sonata is a big ass fucking car, and they're gonna compare the 200 to the Sonata, even though the 200 offers a lot of luxury stuff like all-wheel drive and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just taking a couple of pictures, and you're watching the live video while I'm taking the pictures. Nobody wants these little shitty ass wheels, so apparently these will end up on eBay, and most likely what will happen is the person will throw some big ass rims on them. I mean, overall, it's a really good effort. I really do like the side indicators, because, you know, a lot of these people who black out their cars, it's very difficult to see these guys at night, and you don't want to get hit. Yeah. The Hellcat has those slits on the side, looks really good. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the back is okay. A lot of people complain, they're like, oh God, it looks just like the Dart. It looks just like the Dart. You know, that's corporation for you. They want everything to look similar. But one thing I will tell you, unlike Lincoln and Cadillac, who have all these stupid naming strategies for their cars, where you got to remember 3 letters, There ain't nobody who forgets what a Charge is, and there ain't nobody who forgets what a Challenge is, and there's certainly nobody who forgets what a Chrysler 300 is. So a lot can be said for having a real name on your car. That's how you sell a car. When I was a kid, I never would have ever thought that I would have bought a Chrysler product. And now I've had 4 of them. And you've been there right with me watching my YouTube as I've moved from Chrysler product to Chrysler product. Bigger, better, and badder and faster. And the thing about it is, that's how you sell a car. I mean, you think about it. Lincoln, what does Lincoln stand for? I don't know. It's a star on a black car that could have been a Toyota, it could have been a Lexus. I never thought I would ever buy a Chrysler product. And then some madman put a 6.4 liter Hemi in one and really big wheels, and I was sold instantly. And that's how you got to do it. That's how you got to sell your product. So until Ford and Lincoln, until they're ready to focus on more than just those Mustangs, you know, Lincoln sales are going to continue to plummet. But that's it for the 2015 Charger. Good morning, New York.